Hey, yo, everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Suicide Squad, issue number 4. Take a look at this column cover right here. Now, the Suicide Squad has gotten some new members. Unfortunately, they also lost some new members. It seems as though team members drop like flies on the Suicide Squad, but get attracted like herpes, so it's kind of a give and take. We get the new members, of course, of Captain Boomerang, who is now in charge of the team, and also an individual called Yo-Yo, who can expand or decrease his body at any rate, and when he expands it, he becomes super durable. Which I never quite understood. Why is it that when we have huge, large people in superhero universes, they always have super durable skin? Isn't your skin just as durable when you're larger than it is when you're smaller? I can understand if maybe some health issues come into play, but really, skin doesn't change its durability. You don't become bulletproof when you become bigger. You're the same. Oh, maybe it's just a bit of his power, and I'm getting a little too off track. Let's actually jump into the issue itself. Remember that little virus that made everyone into robotic zombies? Yeah, well, the Suicide Squad now needs to figure out exactly who's the one that developed the virus and to extract them from a group known as Coil. Kind of reminiscent of Cobra almost. Not Cobra, Cobra la 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 la! More like the Cobra from the actual DC universe that wore Cobra green and orange costumes. Anyways, they go to infiltrate this Coil group. However, they run into a few problems when the scientists try to kill themselves, and while everyone tries to kill themselves. Seems like this Coil group is pretty suicidal. Anyways, the Suicide Squad has to do a desperate move in order to figure out exactly how they're going to get out by sacrificing one of their own. But exactly who is the one that they sacrifice? You're just going to have to read and see. So let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. For the most part, the dialogue is good. I like the witty dialogue back and forth between certain people. And although King Shark doesn't really do much in this, for some reason he just made me smile. I don't know if that's a good, but it just happened. Deadshot is a badass as always, and I do like Captain Boomerang. It just feels bad that Captain Boomerang is probably not going to show up too much more. Another good is that the art is continuously decent art. I don't like how Harley Quinn is drawn for some reason, but I do like how Deadshot and King Shark is drawn, and also El Diablo. Other good is the Coil group, while are quite suicidal, are actually kind of interesting. It sounds like a better name than Cobra, because Cobra seems like a ripoff of G.I. Joe, and they wear pretty cool armor. It's like some green body armor, and they have guns, and they have this face mask. It kind of almost like looks like armor from Mass Effect. Anyways, that's the good. Bad, well, like I said, members join the Suicide Squad, but they drop like flies. In addition to that, I don't feel as though Captain Boomerang was handled as well as he could have been handled. It was kind of funny what happened to Captain Boomerang, but still it feels a little silly. It's like, here's Captain Boomerang. Enjoy him. He's not going to be that good, but enjoy him. It just feels as though the character didn't live up to the potential that he could have had. I hope Captain Boomerang shows up in more issues. We'll just have to wait and see. In addition to that, Amanda Waller doesn't have that intimidating factor that she did beforehand. I don't know if it's the fact that now she's a skinny woman instead of being a huskier woman, which I preferred her as, but she just doesn't seem as intimidating, and the story just feels kind of short and rushed. I mean, they infiltrate this place, they get what they need, and then they get out. It just seems too clean cut and dry. But the ending does lead into a interesting story that's coming up, which it deals with the prison riot. So it does have a pretty decent ending. Whether or not you should get it. A Suicide Squad wasn't a bad issue, but it wasn't an overwhelming good issue either. I want to say it's somewhere in the middle. There's definitely some fun moments in it, and it does kind of make it up to, I don't know, it lives up to the standards that is set for the comic, but it doesn't exceed those standards at all. And I really didn't like what went on with Captain Boomerang. Besides that, it was an okay issue. I don't think it's necessary to read. You could have probably actually skipped this and just know that there's going to be a prison riot for the next issue, and I think it would be okay. But if I had to give it a rating, 2.5 out of 5 stars. So Suicide Squad. Could have been better, but it could have been worse. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.